Welcome back to Studio 5. Don't just spring clean your house this year, spring clean your life. Studio 5 contributor Dr. Matt Townsend says the fresh new season presents a perfect opportunity for a fresh new start. Who do you think needs to participate in this emotional spring cleaning?
Well, I think everybody.
Everybody.
But you know what? It's easier. Sometimes you just kind of do it yourself because you can try. Have you ever tried to get other people to clean? Do you ever try to get Mark to clean?
Oh, boy.
Or does he clean naturally?
He's good, I'd say 80% of the time.
See, I have to be kind of compelled.
I really?
Yeah.
Marty's like chasing you with the toilet cleaner?
She likes to scare me. But one of the things, this all comes back to my childhood because my mother we'd have this spring cleaning moment.
Yeah.
And everyone would get gathered together. Me, the three sissies, and we would clean, and they'd play Sound of Music.
That was your background music? Oh.
Which I'm still trying to get over because it warped me.
So you're scrubbing the floor to The Hills Are Alive.
Yeah.
Okay.
But see, then when it was all clean, your room was clean, everything was clean, everything smelled fresh, and I felt anew. So I thought, what if we could do that emotionally?
Okay.
What if we could just open up the windows? You know, what if we could clean them so we could see more clearly our lives? What if we could get rid of the dust? So those are the three things we got to work on. Wash the windows, right?
What does that look like in our real lives?
So emotionally, we all have a bunch of junk on our windows after let's say a long winter.
Yes.
We have a bunch of stuff that makes it so we can't see clearly. We have ways of seeing that aren't quite healthy, but we have other things that we see that we love that are going really well.
Yeah.
So what I suggest is that we identify maybe in spring, we identify things that are working, and we make a big list of everything that's working in our life, everything that is crystal clear working.
What would be on that list? Relationships or?
My health, my attitude, I'm positive, I'm fun, what's working are my kids and my family and my relationships, my schedules. I'm sporting some brand new glasses.
Okay, so hopefully this is a long list then of things
that are going right. It should be a huge list. And what we want to do is we don't want to focus on the dirt. When you're cleaning windows, your goal is to get clean windows so you have more clarity. It's not just dirt removal, it's also window cleaning. So we want to focus on the good. Get all the good on a list, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Make the list. By the way, I'd go share the list. I'd sit down with your family and say, this is what Mom has been finding out about how great our life is. And then make and share the list with everybody, okay? So that's kind of the positive, let's get our eyes clear view. Then we've got to shake off the dust. There's a lot of junk. So I remember as a kid, my mom would make me take the rugs out, take them up on the line, and just bang them with a golf club.
Beat the rugs.
Beat the rugs. We'd vacuum. We'd get all the dust out of the house that we could. The dust is, so notice, we figured out what we should continue doing.
Right.
The dust is what we should stop doing. What are the things in our life that are sapping the energy from us, that are taking our emotional strength? What are the things that are exhausting me? If I'm starting to notice my schedule starting to impact me, I probably ought to stop doing certain things in my schedule and make a list of things I now need to stop doing. Now that I know everything that's great, that's a powerful thing.
Sure.
Now leverage it against what I need to change. So that, by the way, I do this in companies all the time. I'll walk in and I'll say, what should we continue doing?
Yeah.
What should we stop doing? And let's make a list of everything that needs to go.
What if that dusty list starts to feel really dusty, meaning it's really long, there's a lot of to-dos on there. How do you identify where to start?
So we start with the leverage. What are I call it the 80-20 rule, the Pareto rule, which is simply, what's the most leveraged thing I can do that'll produce 80% of a result?
Okay.
So if I wouldn't do 50 things on my list and stop doing everything, I might find the one that might lead to a bunch of other things.
Okay.
Like, I might know that I need to stop trying to exercise at 5 in the morning because it seems to mess me up the rest of the day.
It's that ripple effect.
So I might stop it, but it ends up impacting the rest of the day. The idea of this is just start to delineate what we need to stop doing. I'd also involve everybody and say, what are some things you see in the family that aren't working? And it might be, let's not yell at each other anymore. That's kind of like an obvious one that one of the kids might bring up. Let's not call each other names, but great. So then we could actually go back, I'll bet, to what was working and find out times that we weren't. And then let's talk about the difference. What is it about our attitudes towards each other versus when we're really happy and positive?
So it's kind of a mid-year, almost, New Year's resolution approach, right? A goal-setting opportunity.
It is a brand new resolution.
Okay, I like that.
Which is, think about that. In your life, when you do your spring cleaning, it is a fresh start.
Sure.
We're starting over. So once we kind of know what we need to shake off and what's working, then we need to open the windows and let some air in. My mom would always open the windows and let all this spring air in. And I guess it would blow out all the funk. I don't know.
That was the goal.
I'm not sure. We had a lot of fun. But we open the windows and let some fresh air in simply means, what should we start doing? What are some things now that we've talked about all of this? What are some things we should start doing? Maybe they're little things that we've been prompted to do for years, but we haven't done. Maybe it is starting a new exercise regimen. Maybe it's simply taking a class. Maybe it's choosing to finally go back to school. But let some air in. Now, to do this, you have to be open. So many of us are afraid, so we have fear, and fear to me is like shutting all the windows and we don't let any ideas in. Let some ideas in. Let your children tell you what are some things we should do. Maybe you could start a new plan where we're only going to each play one sport a year.
That would minimize things, wouldn't it?
It seriously might, but that might take, but it might breathe a breath of fresh air because all of a sudden we'll have time, but then there's other consequences that we'll need to deal with.
And really, there's something about spring, and it's not just the house cleaning that we're kind of itching to do. It's the need to just open it up and freshen up our lives. This is the perfect three-step way to do it.
And let in some peace. I mean, the reality of life is there should be some joy, there should be some peace. So our goal here is to figure out where is the peace going, where is the joy going, where is it, where isn't it, and what should we keep doing to make sure it arrives.
This is a perfect setup for, I'm still going to call it your new program.
My new program
People are still listening and learning about it. But the Life Changer program is really what this is all about.
Hands down, my best thing I've ever done as far as my time and effort. Simple little idea. We show a video every day. We send it to you via email. We ask you 5 questions about the principle. You just answer the questions, and you end up having a goal around that principle. You get 6 of those a week, 7 of those a week, actually. We just keep rotating them. And by the end of the month, you've mastered or worked deeply on 6 principles with a simple little goal. Life changer. That's how you do a little spring clean.
And I do love the glasses.
Just go to matttownsend.com online. Do you love them?
I do.
I'm sporting it.
Very hip.
Little
Very
Lester
hip
Holt.
he is. All right, we'll be right back.